kind of stationary bike do you have? I don't even know the brand. It's nothing special. It's actually pretty old, but it's not like an Airdyne or even like a spinning bike. It's like more upright. It's like a cushy seat. There's like a little display with like really old number pads. It's basically like a shitty Peloton with no screen. It's just like, you know, like an upright thing. I don't know. I don't know, but it gets the job done, you know? Have you made a gym in the house? Yeah, I've had a little makeshift gym for a while, and like last like, I don't know, 8 months, I've sort of spruced it up. Hey, Jesse, thank you for the 1,500 bits. RL Milk, thank you for the gifted subs. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Not Peloton, I know, right? My mom wanted a Peloton, and I was like, Mom, no. Let me buy you a bike that's not gonna be like technologically irrelevant and completely outdated in like a year, and it's gonna cost you like thousands of dollars to fix if it ever breaks. Like, let me just get you a fucking, like a good bike, and you can put your iPad on it, and that'll last you so much longer. Shelves, I guess that's pretty good. I'm not saying all Pelotons break, right? Like, it's obviously like a really expensive piece of exercise equipment. It shouldn't break, but it's one of those like super proprietary things that if it breaks, you can't just like go to the hardware store and like fix it, or like, you know, everything, you know, you have to go through Peloton and all the parts. Like, in my mind, when you combine technology like a screen with exercise equipment, I just kind of feel like that's always a recipe for disaster, because think about how quickly, just try to compare in your head real quick, how quickly something like an iPad or a version of an iPad gets outdated versus how quickly a stationary bike changes or gets outdated. Like, there's a giant disparity there. Like, someone in theory could be running on an exercise bike that they bought 15 years ago, but no one's using an iPad from 15 years ago. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. And when you combine them, when the screen is like part of the bike, you're asking for trouble, because even if the bike is made of great parts, in like 3 years tops, the screen or whatever computer is in there is going to be completely outdated. Also, like, who's to say in 3 years we're going to even have screens? Like, we might all just have HoloLens things where we just like project things onto the wall, and, or I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's just my thoughts. I don't know. If you have a Peloton and you love it, that's awesome for you. I just probably would never get one. My stepdad legit rode the same stationary bike from the 90s to 2010. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, they built those things like tanks. And imagine if your stepdad's bike that he bought in the 90s had a piece of technology on it, like a screen or something. Imagine how hilarious that would be trying to use that now. No, it wouldn't work. That's why it's just a bike.